Welcome to BTB Hot Takes with Andrew Kratzer. Now here's your host, Andrew Kratzer.
Welcome to another live edition of Beyond the Barricade presents Andrew's Hot Takes. I'm your host, Andrew Kratzer, alongside my co-host, Michael Iceberg Steinberg, and our lovely co-host slash producer, Rod Binks. Shortly, we'll be joined by Mark L. Rey Mysterio. Hopefully, he changes his name. But, gotta say, how's everybody doing today?
Oh, I hear him. He's coming in.
Oh, hello, Mark L. Rey Mysterio from Texas.
Oh, what the fuck? Hold on, that just sounds terrible.
Sounds better than Ryan did, though.
Hold on, let me try to fix it. Give me 1 second to worry about it. This shit's fucking horrible.
But
if you have headphones, it would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. So, just want to check in with you all. How you guys doing?
Doing pretty all right.
That's good. What about you, Mike?
I'm doing okay.
Tomorrow is going to be a hectic day at work tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Heard there's a new system going in at Apple Bank.
Mm-hmm.
A little birdie told me, we're going to have problems and a lot of overrides.
Somebody told
it's going to be even worse.
Boyfriend, you look like a girlfriend.
But we are 5 days removed from SummerSlam. It was a fun, 5 days, I think. Yeah, 5 days. Yeah, 5 days removed from SummerSlam. What a wonderful event. I got to say, a couple people impressed me. One match, I didn't really think it was all that great. But let's just dive into the SummerSlam results. So, SummerSlam was held at the Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. The attendance was 48,449. Kicking off the pay-per-view, we had Bianca Belair defending her Raw Women's Championship against Becky Lynch, where she defeated Becky Lynch by pinfall in 15 minutes and 10 seconds.
That sounds way better. Can you guys hear me good?
Yes.
All right, perfect.
So, following the match, Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair shook hands, and out came 3 surprises, starting with Bayley. Then out comes a returning Dakota Kai, and then another returning Io Sky, or it was Io Shirai at SummerSlam, but now they changed her name to Io Sky. And I understand why. It's much like Rodney said. I think it's more easier to say Io Sky and then Shirai. Hello, Mitch. How you doing? But it looked like the 3 women were going to attack Bianca, but Becky Lynch came in even with a separated shoulder during that match. I believe she separated that shoulder within 2 minutes of that match. Hello, Christopher Brown. One of those 3 surprises of whom separated Becky's shoulder.
Rodney, you should make me the mod so I can go on there if a comment ever came on.
Very true.
But there was 3 behind the barricade saying, "Hi, Mitch." Is it like the 3 faces of Foley? 3 faces of behind the barricade?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
But I want to know how everybody liked the opening match with Bianca and Becky. Started with you, Mike.
Oh, I fucking loved it. I loved the whole event. The whole event, top to bottom, was good. Surprisingly, Herman's favorite match. I'll let you guys know when we get up to it. But yeah, that match is, especially knowing she had a separated shoulder early in the match and wrestled for 20 minutes with it. You just got to applaud applaud these women for a match. Yes, their WrestleMania match was better, but this was a very good follow-up.
Chris? Mark?
Chris? Who the fuck?
Chris.
What?
Mark.
What?
I love my train of thought.
That's it. Rodney's taking over your show from now on.
Rodney's hot takes.
It's Rodney's hot takes. That was a good match. That was actually a great way to kick off the show. And I loved it. I thought it was good. There's a lot of haters though. I saw a couple of haters on this one dude jumped on Twitter talking mad shit about Bianca, and the whole Twitter post they flamed the shit out of this dude. So, but I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a great match. Rodney.
You guys kicking it to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The match was solid. The WrestleMania match to me was better. Uh-oh.
What the fuck was all that about?
Rodney's Darth Vader now, or Simba, or Scar, one of those three.
That sounded terrible.
But I think what Rodney was saying, the Mania match was better, but this was a good match.
Yeah, no, it was a good match.
They did it in 15 minutes and 10 seconds. And I guess 13 minutes of that match, she wrestled really hurt. And like she said on Raw, she fought through the pain and everything. And I honestly applaud Becky for her. We will see her once again, but not in a title picture for now. It's time for Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Bianca, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Rhea Ripley, Dana Brooke even, Doudrop, Nikki ASH, and a couple of other people that might get called up after Clash of the Castle if they end up doing this. But I will say good job to them. And now hopefully we get a Clash of the Castle. If it's not a 6-person mixed tag team match, hopefully we can get Rhea Ripley versus Bianca at Clash of the Castle.
When is that supposed to be?
In September, the first weekend in September.
Okay.
It's an early pay-per-view, by the way. It sounds like we're going in slow motion. But the next match on the card, we had Logan Paul taking on The Miz, where Logan Paul defeated The Miz in 14 minutes and 15 seconds using The Miz's own skull-crushing finale. I gotta say, to fucking all the haters out there about Logan Paul, he shouldn't be in the ring, blah, blah, blah. He's just a celebrity. Logan Paul, fucking one of the celebrities that actually wrestled right and not fucked up. We had a Stephen Amell who came to SummerSlam, wrestled fucking perfectly. Now we had Logan Paul that fucking wrestled perfectly. And I'm sorry, Chris, if you said, if you're saying that Logan Paul's an athlete, he's not an athlete. He was a podcaster / YouTuber. I give him the little athlete quo when he was doing those YouTube boxing fights, but he fucking put in the time to fucking go train with AJ Styles for this match. He put the time in. It's not like he was a baseball player or a football player like Veer Mahan or Baron Corbin or even Pat McAfee, for example, that came from an NFL background, who was a natural athlete. But now Logan Paul shined at SummerSlam, and afterwards on Monday Night Raw, he said he signed a multi-year event contract, so we don't know when his next match will be, but it's somewhere in the future. And I'm just gonna say maybe Survivor Series, maybe Team Logan versus Team Miz if they want to continue this feud a little bit, maybe, or give him another one-on-one match for another match. But gotta say, hand it to Logan Paul for this match at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping Bad Bunny comes back. I know where Chris says, oh, Bad Bunny this, Bad Bunny that. Bad Bunny actually fucking put the work in as well. And maybe eventually when Bad Bunny stops singing, he'll come to WWE and sign full-time. Maybe doing some stuff for them. But we got some comments here that said, Christopher Brandt said, I was honestly surprised they kicked off the pay-per-view with Bianca Becky. And Christopher Brandt said, I saw that tweet, Mark, the guy who posted it, was on crack. K Marvel, what's up? Said, don't forget to send Chris the link. And then Christopher Brown said, given that Logan Paul put in the work, I'm looking forward to see what he's going to do who he's going to be in the ring with next. So am I. Your thoughts on this match, Mike?
It was awesome. He's definitely put in the work, and we've said it. If you are serious about it and you put in the work, you deserve the praise. And this, I believe, was Herman's favorite match.
Was it?
That frog splash.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Like,
fucking phenomenal, bro. Perfect.
Whoo.
And he hit it. He hit him on the mark. Perfect, dude.
Yep, he said so far Miz versus Logan is the top match.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that match definitely delivered. Like I said, this up and down, this pay-per-view was solid.
Oh yeah.
In NXT terms, this pay-per-view stand and delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Back.
Yeah, I gotta say that, like over when Mike said with the frog splash, he turned in midair and made sure he hit it right so he wouldn't injure himself or the Miz. But I like the fact what he said to Maurice before he did the frog splash. He said, "Look what I'm gonna do to your husband."
Yeah.
But Mark,
that was great. That was good. That was really good. Storytelling.
Mark, what do you think about this match?
I gotta agree with what Mike said. You know, if you put in the work, you know, then it's gonna keep put off great product every time. And I personally never really liked Logan Paul. I think the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Neither did I. So after
I think the Paul brothers in general are both fucking assholes. I said, the kid's got a knack for this shit.
Yeah.
If you put in the work, then you're gonna put on great product.
Rodney, how did you feel about the Logan Paul versus Miz match?
Oh, by the way, yo, you guys are really missing out. These hotel cookies are fucking amazing, yo. It's one of the best cookies I've ever had in my life.
Bring some home for us.
If I can sneak them on the flight, I'll try.
A++ for Logan Paul. I figured out what
it might be hard by then. They're soft baked cookies.
Damn Twitch. I was trying to make Mike a mod, and all of a sudden it was like everything was moving real slow.
Oh, everything. Okay.
So, Mike, I didn't complete the modding yet, buddy.
That's fine.
I'll do it after. Just remind me.
So
yeah.
The next match of the night, we had Bobby Lashley defending his United States
champion. We're not going to ask Rodney his take on the match?
Rodney said Logan Paul A++.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't hear. My bad.
Logan has arrived, folks. Logan has arrived.
Yeah. Also, I love the fact that The Miz showed up with his own one-of-a-kind card. He's like, this is one of a kind. And blah, blah, blah. But
give me 1 second, boys.
Like Mark said,
I got to put this this lidocaine patch on my shoulder. My shoulder's killing me.
But Mark said, I was never a fan of the Paul brothers. I hate Jake more than Logan. But after watching after the whole situation with his YouTube and doing the whole situation with Logan, I started watching it more, and I've been listening to more of Impulsive, his podcast with Mike. And if you have to give a chance to listen to it, Triple H was on it the other day, and Triple H brought up really good points and everything.
I listened to some of it. Some of it I had the chance to. H, they were just going over history and H itself. And, H is a down-to-earth dude, man.
I'd be too scared if I had a podcast like this. Like if I was had to be on the barricade, if I was in the WWE, I'd be too scared to be like, "Hey, Triple H, do you think you could appear on my my podcast and be like talk?" I'd be like, "Hey, Paul, please."
I was just a man.
And Christopher Brown, yes. We finally have confirmation when Sasha and Naomi are coming back. When? Tell me. I miss my baby. I miss Sasha. But yeah. Next match of the night, we had Bobby Lashley defending his United States Championship against Austin Theory. But I wanted to bring back Austin Theory because I'm sick and tired having one name. But Bobby Lashley defeats Theory by submission in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. This is a match I know is the LA Rams have taken Sasha and Naomi off their softball game that was supposed to take place tomorrow night. What does that tell you? Okay, so maybe tomorrow I have to record it because I'm going to the Met game.
Oh, so you on the game, huh?
I texted you, and you said you and Trish have things to do Friday.
You go to the game, huh?
You said I texted you. Do you want to go to the game? And he said no. Unfortunately, I can't.
The other night I went to a Houston Astros game.
Did you bang on trash cans? Did you get yourself ejected?
I was kind of upset Boston won.
You brought the luck to Boston.
Yeah, right.
But Mike, how did you feel about the Theory of Bobby Lashley match?
What do you expect from it? You knew what. To be honest, I didn't know what was going to happen in terms of who was going to win, but it was your typical match. I believe I picked Bobby to win, but
Booby.
This was probably one of my ant matches.
Mark, how did you feel about this match?
Yeah, it was mad at me. I think, personally for me, that was the bathroom break match. I wasn't really feeling it too much.
I don't either. I found all my honesty that should have been a pre-show match. I understand you're putting Bobby Lashley in the pre-show, but you could have opened a spot up on the card for Gunther. Maybe Gunther versus a Shinsuke or something. But I know they're saving that for Clash of the Castle. But I would have loved to see the Intercontinental Championship defended at SummerSlam, not be because it's kind of disrespectful in a way. Because every other title was defended except for that. Rodney, how did you feel about this United States Championship match?
I was happy to see the mid-card title defended on the pay-per-view. I'm going to give the match a solid C.
Okay. I like your low grades. Next up, we had the tag team match of the Mysterios taking on Judgment Day in a no disqualification tag team match where the Mysterios defeat the Judgment Day in 11 minutes and 5 seconds due to a big return of the Rated R's. Mike Rome, do not pull a Tony Schimmel anymore and say superstar, please.
Tony Chimmel.
Schimmel. I would have Schimmel.
Schimmel.
Tony Schimmel.
Schimmel.
I thought he was going to say Tony Schiavone.
Hell fuck no. But to never pull what he could do you have one act of niceness when you say the American Nightmare. That's the best part. But don't say the rated R superstar like Tony, Mike.
This light came past getting
I
hot on my
can't.
shoulder.
But Edge big boots. Damian Priest spears Finn Balor, setting up the Mysterios to do the 619. Rey Mysterio pins Finn Balor for the 1, 2, 3. I gave it a solid night, a solid match, but to me, a tag team match should have been a fucking Texas Tornado match. I'm sorry, WWE, because if it's no disqualification, then why the fuck do you have to be tagged in?
Yeah.
I know Rodney loves his Texas Tornado matches.
Absolutely.
But how did you feel about this tag team match?
It was good. It was okay. It was good. Honestly, I didn't know who was gonna win. I thought Edge would have maybe came afterwards. I think I picked Judgment Day to win. And then Edge, coming out afterwards. But he came out during the match. It was cool. It was your typical tag match. I want to know where it goes from here, honestly.
Mark?
This was the match that Mike knows I was a little disappointed because the Fiend didn't come out.
Yeah, all of us were disappointed.
I was pissed. I wanted him to come out so bad, but I did enjoy the match.
All night.
I did enjoy the match. I think I prefer Edge with the longer hair, but
So do I. I don't like the Edge with short hair. It kind of reminds me of the days when he came back.
he looks like that fucking somebody did it. Somebody put him in a meme with the principal from South Park.
Yeah, stop wearing those glasses. You look stupid.
But yeah, it was a good match.
Rodney, how did you feel about this match?
It was.
Rodney
It
don't
did
like
its
Edge.
job. It did its job. It was, to me, the match that set up the big return, which wasn't really. He got a huge pop, which was understood. We knew it was going to happen. The build up for him, the return, all of that was kind of apropos. It's set up for the next tangent in this whole feud, and I guess it's a win for everybody across the board that was involved. The Mysterios, Judgment Day. What does this mean for them? Seems like they're going to be the top storyline on Raw going forward.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of excited for the next step in the Judgment Day Edge saga. Like, does somehow maybe recruit Dominic Mysterio away from Edge, from his father.
I'm still trying to feel that one out, but like there's times where I'm just not so sure.
But Christopher Brett says there was one north of town here yesterday.
I missed the one in Houston, the show. I was mad.
Okay.
It was so close by too.
Yo, I gotta say, this is fucking weird though. Usually, you think of the SummerSlam weekend pay-per-view. You think that Friday would be in Nashville, and that Monday they would keep people there for Monday in Nashville. Maybe they should, if they're gonna think about Saturday pay-per-views from now on, like the Big Fours and everything except for Mania.
It's got a PD.
Put a takeover the next night. See if takeover can follow up, beat SummerSlam. Like, I would love to see that takeover in Nashville. Boom. Go back the moniker of takeovers.
That is cool.
But I liked it. But the next match of the night, we had Pat McAfee taking on Happy Corbin in the singles match.
Favorite matches
where Pat McAfee defeats Happy Corbin by pinfall in 10 minutes of 40 seconds. Yo, the energy for Michael Cole during this fucking match. Loved it. Loved it. He was all for Pat. Fucking Corey Graves was all for fucking Happy Corbin. And literally that whole night was amazing with Michael Cole supporting his broadcast colleague partner. Like,
yeah, that was good.
It shows you a brotherhood in a way. It's like
I was so hyped to see how much energy he had, like, for him. That was great.
Like, come on, Pat.
Ignore my payday. I'm sorry. It looks like a turd. Don't mind my payday.
I thought that was a Snickers.
No, it's actually it's a fully chocolate covered payday. They have chocolatey payday now.
Kashan, how do you say this name? Kashin.
Okay, Sean.
Kashan said SummerSlam was good. And what's up, brothers? Not much. How you doing? Christopher Brown said Andrew had been talk of them resuming takeovers around Survivor Series.
Yeah.
I need these things because I got nothing to watch on the weekends except for CSI.
Yeah.
No, we did not talk about the main event yet.
Not yet.
We'll be getting to it. We're up to the fifth match of the night, which was Pat McAfee, Happy Corbin. I loved Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee did a great job again. Except for that one point where he almost fell off the fucking ropes going to the outside. That scared the shit out of me. I think it scared the shit out of all of us. Oh, this is Smooth Maze. I have 2 Facebooks. Oh, what's up, Smooth? And Christopher Brown says, and Michael Cole reacted like all day simply from the fact that the old senile jackass wasn't screaming into his ear for every 5 seconds. Yes. Mm-hmm. You can also rest in peace to the heavily scripted promos for WWE. Mm-hmm. By the way, those have ended on Monday Night Raw, which I'm very happy about.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But Mike,
you don't know how to talk, learn.
Yeah, Mike, how did you feel about this Happy Corbin Pat McAfee match?
It was great, actually. I think this was another match that trying to remember if Herman said he liked it or not, but it did what it needed to do. McAfee continues to deliver. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I would like to see a match with multiple, like him, Bad Bunny, Logan Paul, all involved in a match. Even throw in a couple of people, just to see how it is. Like
long-term storytelling.
These are people that are serious, and we keep saying it. You're serious. You put in the work, and you deliver. The fans are going to want more. And these are the celebrity matches we like. Not the Snookies of the world.
Yo, what if it's Team Pat versus Team Corey at Survivor Series, and it's Pat McAfee, Bad Bunny, Logan Paul, and a couple others versus Corey Graves, The Miz, Happy Corbin. If Theory is still the Mr. Money in the Bank, you could put Madcap Moss with Pat McAfee's team. And
that'd be cool, man.
Also, with regards to Pat McAfee, those rumors of potential future match between McAfee and Graves just won't fucking die. Laugh my ass off. But Corey Graves, I heard, was cleared to return to the ring.
Really?
And they've been setting up their fucking little seeds with whenever Corey commentates a Pat McAfee match.
Interesting.
Literally, at the end of the match, we saw Pat McAfee shake Michael Cole's hand, and he went to go, Corey went to go shake Pat's hand, and he flipped him off, and Pat threw the pencil up in the air. And a lucky fan caught that pencil, by the way. But, so any other thoughts, Mike, before we kick it off to Mark?
Not really.
Mark, how did you feel about this match? Mark, you Rey Mysterio.
I think we lost him.
All right, we'll go to
Margaret.
Mark, how did you feel about the match?
My bad, I cut out for a minute. I was trying to do something. Which match are we talking about again? I'm sorry.
Pat McAfee, Happy Corbin.
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite matches. I was really like, I just felt such good energy from that match because I think it's like, it really showcased Pat and his skills. He definitely has some skills in the ring. And I just I love the energy out of Michael Cole, like I said. So yeah, I thought it was a good match. I'd give it I'll give it a solid 4.0.
Nice. And Rodney, your thoughts on this match?
When you put two athletes in the ring who don't really do this on a regular basis, but now starting to do it on a regular basis, they're going to showcase their athleticism. Pat McAfee strikes again. Logan Paul struck well here. I love what Pat did. I love that that's still that athletic after post-retirement. Look, me and Chris talked about it on Monday. Logan, phenomenal athlete, keeps his body in shape, keeps his body right, built, and has the look of a pro wrestler.
I kind of don't say he's a fucking athlete in a way. Because all the YouTube fights and shit, I don't consider
you have to have some type of athletic ability to get in the boxing ring. You have to have some type of athletic ability. You don't have to be the greatest boxer in the world, but you got to have some type of athletic ability. He trains very well too. If you ever watch his training videos, his training routine is sick. So I got to take that all into account for him. For Pat left football and went instantly into training for wrestling because he knew post-career this is what I want to do. Let it be behind a microphone, let it be backstage, or let it be in the ring. Hell, I'll just do all of it.
Yep.
The man is already successful. He doesn't necessarily need pro wrestling, but he has a passion to learn how to do it on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
So give it to Pat McAfee. He pulled off another one.
Absolutely.
What grade did you give this match, Rodney?
I'm going to give this match a solid B+.
Little golf clap. I don't know if you can hear that.
That's like a good 4.3.5.
Yeah. Christopher Brown said at the very least, Logan Paul needs near top level cardio, something McAfee already has built in him from his NFL days. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moving on, we had the Usos defending their undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship against the Street Profits with Jeff Jarrett as the special guest referee. The Usos end up retaining their undisputed Tag Team Championships by defeating the Street Profits by pinfall in 13 minutes and 25 seconds. I gotta say, this was another solid fucking match. Another good tag team match between the two. As much as this feud might be over between the Usos and the Profits, I kind of want to see another one again down the line. Maybe not for the titles, but maybe where the Profits finally go one up on the Usos. Because now we don't know who the hell could beat the Usos in a tag team match.
Only the Usos could beat the Usos.
But, Mike, how did you feel about this tag team match?
They always deliver. They always deliver. You know, people also try to disrespect the Usos, trying to say they're not one of the top tag teams. They are. Let's not play games right now. They are. They're one of those top teams. Again, like everyone else says, where do we go from here? No clue. It's especially with the tease on Raw and everything. This is why I don't think they should do it. It is time for them to lose the titles, though. But who? Unless you're planning on calling somebody up.
Creed Brothers?
But who? Well, they're still tag champions.
I know.
I have no idea.
Smooth said that was a good match, and then Christopher Brad adds, "This match pissed me off. What does it serve the Usos keeping the belts until at least Clash of the Castle?" And I've got a gut feeling we're either gonna get an NXT call up with some fresh blood or a heel versus heel feud.
I look at it like this: you were running out of tag teams. Mike made a very good point, guys. Let's stop disrespecting the Usos and acting like they're not one of the top tag teams in the world. Let's cut that out. Cut that out right now.
Cut the shit.
All right, they've been performing day in, day out for years now.
Yeah.
They've been around the block a couple of times. Here's my thing. I didn't like the outcome of the match. I felt that it was time for them to drop those titles because the Usos do better to me while chasing. And I'm getting tired of seeing the Street Profits chase. They're hot right now. You have to capitalize while they're hot. At Clash of the Castle, if I'm booking this, I'm making a tag team ladder match for the Unified Tag Team Championship.
Yeah,
and they have to drop those titles at Clash of the Castle.
Yes, that Clash of the Castle is where the bloodline needs to fall.
Mm-hmm.
They're at the top of the castle. It's time for their kingdom to go crumble.
Imagine.
But, Mark, how did you feel about this match?
So I'm gonna basically say the same thing that I said when we were actually watching it at Rodney's house. So I felt that the Street Profits were actually supposed to win this match. I think that they called an audible on this match because Dawkins got injured. Because if you go back and you watch that match, there was one point where Tez tagged Dawkins in, but Dawkins did not enter the ring. He just fell off the rope. And I think that was because he fucked his shoulder up. And for the rest of that match, he was kind of fighting with a lazy arm. You could see it. So, I don't know. They haven't come out and said anything about it yet.
Yeah.
But I think that he actually did get injured there in that match. I don't know.
We'll find out one day.
Yeah.
But, Rodney, would you give this grade?
I'm going to go and give this grade solid match. Another A. A solid A for me. I would have gave it an A+, but guess what? Can't do that when the people that I wanted to go over did not go over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moving on to what I said was the worst match of the night, which was Liv Morgan defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey, where Liv Morgan won by pinfall in 4 minutes and 35 seconds. This match was so fucking bad. I don't know if it was Liv or it was a Ronda, but I don't know if those two have great chemistry in a way.
Yeah.
But we got a little tease of a heel turn from Ronda Rousey, where she ended up getting suspended and fined for attacking an official after the match. But we had a little controversy where Liv Morgan had Ronda down for the 3 count as she tapped. But as the referee's job is to count to 3 and not pay attention to the submission. And Ronda thought she won the title. But I didn't like this match at all. I think it's time Ronda is out of a title picture. I don't like her as a champion. She's not the greatest champion in WWE. When she had the Raw Women's Championship, the only one person that ever fully carried a match in their feud was Sasha Banks at the Royal Rumble that year in 2019, I believe. Was that the year? Was that the year we went to WrestleMania 35? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sasha carried that whole match against Ronda. And I don't think Ronda has what it takes in a way. She needs a little bit more time to train in the ring to get better in a way. I think they threw the title on her because of her name. But Smooth said the only match I didn't like was Ronda match. Could have ended differently. Smooth also said, remember, Triple H is in charge now, so things are going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Smooth said horrible result and horrible title defense between Liv Morgan and Ronda. Smooth said make Liv Morgan look weak winning like that. And then Christopher Brown said, could the reason why that match wasn't received very well is because the IWC loves to shit all over Ronda because she doesn't fit what they feel as a wrestler, LOL.
I bet my mom called me.
Maybe. But, Mike, how did you feel about this match?
It did what it needed to do. It kept Liv, as champion. As far as the whole controversy, what is the ref supposed to do?
I know, count the pinfall.
Count the pinfall. Was he supposed to stop the count to look up?
Nope. The only time I ever saw a match stop like that,
you underestimate my power.
Yes, you
was
when Anakin got his legs chopped off?
When Kurt Angle took on Undertaker, and the Undertaker was put in the triangle choke, or was in a triangle with Angle's shoulders down to the mat, 1, 2, and then he tapped that as the ref counted the 3. So
Tyler Naquin.
That's the only time I've ever seen a tie in a match.
Yep.
Yes, 2-0 Mets.
Yeah, 2-0 Mets.
So, continue, Mike.
Yeah. It did what it needed to do, and now Ronda, she's gone for a little bit, which it's how she is. She comes for the big pay-per-views mainly, unless she's the champion, which is it's fine. Maybe she sits out Clash. Maybe she can't go to Clash, and that's why she got suspended. So now they don't have to keep her in the picture and figure out what to do with her. And then she comes back afterwards.
Very good point.
Mark, how did you feel?
I don't know. I wasn't really a fan of this match, honestly. I just felt like I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them giving Liv the short end of the stick. If you're gonna put the title on her and you're gonna make her champion, then showcase her as a fucking champion. Stop giving her the short end of the stick with these matches. You're putting her in these bullshit little matches. That match we said it was 4.5 minutes.
4 minutes and 35 seconds.
Yeah, 4 minutes and 35 seconds exactly. What the fuck kind of shit is that? And she won on a roll up. Come on, give the girl more time in the ring. If you're gonna put the belt on her, then give her more time on the ring, and don't put the belt on her at all.
Yep.
I hate them. I hate how WWE does that sometimes. They do it. They did it with the Intercontinental Champion. They cut the matches short, and they don't showcase the title. Don't give somebody a title if you're not gonna showcase them as a champion.
And to piggyback off what you just said, Mark just said, Christopher Brown just said this, and I hate to say it, Andrew, but Liv's days as champ are outnumbered with Sasha, Naomi, and eventually Charlotte all returning to SmackDown. Bring up a good point, Christopher
and
Brown.
it's crazy because there was a rumor that she supposedly was supposed to have a nice title run, but with Charlotte coming back, and now you got Bayley, Io, and Dakota Kai in the picture, it looks like her days as champ is going to get cut real short.
Though. Bianca
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They do cross shows every now and then.
That's true. But yeah.
Well, there has been a rumor that a draft is in place, so maybe we get more call-ups sooner than rather than later, which will help.
Hopefully.
Which will help everybody across the board. But nonetheless, this match was the drizzling shits. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give it. It's not the fault of the two ladies. It just was. It was just
drizzling shits.
It was a bad case of the runs, folks. It just bad case of the runs. I wish that it would have just been better with two different dance partners. I have a lot of love for Liv. I have a lot of love for Ronda Rousey because I believe that she can go. Unlike Andrew, I believe that she can go, and she's getting her stripes in and getting her work in, and every little bit she gets better each time. So, Brock wasn't the greatest in the world either, and after coming the second time around, but he got his legs under him, started to do more. Ronda's going to get her legs underneath and start to do more. I wish the ladies had a little bit more time to do something else.
Yeah, they could have given more time.
It's a bit of a clash of styles too, because look, Ronda Rousey, powerful, skillful technician. Liv just used a whole lot of speed running around. It just didn't look right. It didn't appeal on camera very well. You got to give her a better dance partner. And hey, the suspension is a great idea. Let's get a different person out there. Let's try something different. I would love to see Carmella go one-on-one with Liv. I think that's a better dance partner. I would like to see Sasha Banks go one-on-one with Liv. I think that's a better dance partner.
As much as Christian Brown says, sometime in the next few weeks is when I believe the draft is taking Rodney, and the drizzling shits describes any time that millennial pisshead motherfucker you want to smash with that back end of a shovel theory is in the ring.
Yeah, like it's really bad at points when you do this to your women's division. But keep in mind, we don't understand the time constraint. We know that main event was colossal, so you had to give devoting more time to that. But hey, man, I think a better dance partner for both ladies did them better.
I have to say something though.
Go ahead.
You have your big 4 pay-per-views. Understand you might have a time constraint, but not really because you're on a streaming service called Peacock. If anybody needs to get to Peacock, go get your Peacock for your WWE events and your other wrestling things from WWE they have. If you really want to go back to watching the Attitude Era and stuff. But your big 4 pay-per-views, aside from WrestleMania, because it's a 2-day thing, they have maybe a 3.5 hour each. But if you needed to extend SummerSlam a little bit longer, you could have given some of the matches some more time. You could have given maybe the Liv Ronda match, maybe put them to 7 minutes, maybe to everything else.
Keep in mind, this is the one thing I want to tell you. You gotta understand a couple of things here. The time constraints are in place for a reason. So not only just timing of pay-per-view streams and all that stuff, attention span. People have the attention spans of nanoseconds. The last thing they want to do is sit there and wait and deal with someone who's going 25, 35, 45. Would you like to see Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey wrestle for 45 minutes?
No.
Like, that's something that's when you stop some things, that's it. When you go home. Because now the crowd is dead. They're going to go home. They're tired. They're beat. They've been cheering all night. We see how these long nights go when you start putting stuff like a card with 8, 14, 12 matches that's just completely unnecessary. Here, I thought it was a good slew of matches, a solid card. Wish these ladies got a little bit more time, but I understand what you're saying. Try to push the envelope with the timing a little bit, Andrew. You're right. But on the flip side, you want to have some type of structure. You want to have some type of order. And I would say, all right, you ladies get 25 minutes. Boom, 25 is the match. That's why time limits are perfect.
That's why AEW does that all the time.
I respect AEW and New Japan for doing that. For a schedule for a 60-minute time limit, at least I know if it goes to the limit, it's over. Like, all right, this match is scheduled for a 20-minute time limit. Great. Ronda and Liv, you got 20 minutes to get this in. I think it'll make you work better. You're not rushing. You can take your time. The ref is in that ring for a reason. Time check it with him. How much time we got left, bro? You got 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Go home. All right, no problem. 4 minutes to go home. Now we can work out our stuff better. Now we can, I think time limits are very important in wrestling. WWF used to do it back in early WWF days. They used to have time limits all the time. And toward about 97-ish, they kind of stopped doing the time limit thing. But they used to have time limits. Fink used to come out there and tell you the time limit all the time. But I think that time limits work. At least you know this match might only go 15, but at least it's scheduled for 30.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be the true time limit. I just need to know a roundabout. You know? So the match is scheduled for a 10-minute time limit. Damn, that's short. But if you tell me it's scheduled for a 15-minute time limit, at least I know they got a chance to get some offense.
Yes. And I love that point, Rodney. Thank you for your little insight.
No, man.
You're the insight of this fucking group, man. You fucking you're the brains of this fucking group.
It wasn't my insight. It was based off of your idea of extending, and I agree with you. You are on pay-per-view. People paid to see this. You could push the envelope a little bit. Andrew, you're not asking for an hour extra. You're asking for 20 minutes extra.
Yeah, I was expecting SummerSlam to go.
Minutes.
I was expecting that SummerSlam was starting at 8, and I was expecting 11:30, 11:45 finish, and it ended at 11:15, 11:20, I think.
Yeah, it was good. It wasn't bad.
Smooth said, I don't know if you responded about making Liv Morgan look weak. My bad, guys. Did you respond to that? Yes.
Yeah.
That's putting her in short matches, like her cashing in and then winning by roll up, and then this 4 minutes and 35-second match. And you need to showcase her better. And then Christopher Brown said, if my memory serves, Rodney, in WWF/WWE, the time limits went away when Raw got the 10-minute overruns. And then
I remember, it used to end at 11, it used to end at 11:10 or 11:05. But once that went away, I think now you got to go back to the time limits. Go back to it. It's okay to take the time limits.
Yep.
It's not copying anybody. Time limits been in wrestling for years. We're not trying to be like no one. It's just you want to have some structure in your show.
Yeah. Smooth said, and I honestly think since that match was so bad, they should have made that the first match. If you open up a shit match, you need to open up with straight fire in the beginning.
Yeah, you can't set up the show with a shit match because then it's gonna make the rest of the show shit.
You're gonna like every episode of Raw from now until whenever, you got to start off with some type of fire in a way. You got to
you got to start off with fire and then just
put it.
You can throw the shit matches in the middle.
Smooth said like they're trying to make Ronda a main event fighter.
No, she will never be a main event fighter in WWE.
Namesake-wise, she is namesake. But
not in WWE. Level,
not namesake-wise, she's a megastar.
Yeah.
The problem is, talent-wise, no.
Yeah, she doesn't have wrestling talent.
But when it comes down to namesake, stardom, you see Ronda Rousey on the bill, you hear bad reputation hit, the girl pops. That's what we used to say about Brock all the time. It wasn't the fact that Brock was a good wrestler, because he wasn't. But it's just the namesake.
Yep.
It's the song, it's the beast.
We have an NCAA champion, but he never really used that NCAA stuff in the ring. He used to just be the beast.
But the difference between her and Brock is that Brock portrayed himself as an absolute beast. Yep. If she wants to go that route, you still have time. You can be a female beast if you really want to. It's completely believable. She's a combat fighter. I would believe it. Like if you're looking at making it believable, she's a combat fighter. There is no woman on that WWE roster that wants to fight Ronda Rousey one-on-one. There's only two women I really give an opportunity and might stand a chance. That's Sonya Deville and Shayna Baszler. That's the only two I'll give you. That's come close to standing a chance. But anybody else getting beat down. So when you really truly think about it, They need to flip her heel and make her an unstoppable force. That's the only way it works right now. Because, yeah, she made Liv look extremely weak. And that's the one thing I don't like is when you make your champion look like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
And I ain't talking about the crunchy peanut butter. Smooth Skippies. Creamy. That's what they made her into. Creamy, Skippies, peanut butter.
Yep. Smooth said, I mean, like the second and third, not first match. And then Smooth said, I think she needs to go heel or change her gimmick. And then Christopher Brad said, what she needs is a mouthpiece. For the love of Christ, take the mic out of her fucking hands. Yes, Paul Heyman could be her mouthpiece.
Pretty brutal.
Give her somebody that...
I wouldn't mind having her Sonya Deville on her side for a little while. At least with Sonya Deville, Sonya can talk.
Yeah.
But Sonya's just a badass. Put a badass with another badass. You know, if you want to keep it ladies, you don't want to do somebody that's a male figure.
Give her Max Dupree.
She could be a maximum female model.
Speaking of that, I gotta say that whole commercial for Pure Life, whatever.
Was
man.
Yo,
beyond suck, bro.
Maybe uncomfortable.
The only thing that made the commercial better was Maxime with Dupree.
Nah, man. The minute them two dudes started pouring water all over each other, me and Roddy lost it.
You mean Marseille?
I don't feel right.
Marseille
I was like, absolutely not, bro.
You making fun of Marseille and Mansoir like that?
Absolutely not.
Outright rude.
Smooth said Ronda still needs more practice because that's the main reason females hate going against her. Sometimes don't know how to hold back some of her moves and punches. Christopher Pratt said I was just typing that mark, and then Smooth said "Ayo," and then he said "LOL." But
they were all over. I was like, "Yo, why they spitting water at each other?" With two grown men out here just pouring water on each other like that. That's weird, man.
Marseille Mansoir. And then,
listen,
and not to mention, I also said, why the fuck did Mansoir have a spray tan? He's already brown, bro. The man is already brown.
His lips was white. Like, what the? I was
mad. And Marseille had a fucking spray tan on too. He's a black guy.
I don't understand. So, listen, I'm nothing against the community. If you like to watch men pour water on each other, so be it. Go with God. That's what you like, brother. And
keep that shit out of WWE.
That's what you like, brothers. That's what you like, sisters. That's up to you. But for me, it made me feel a little uncomfortable, bro. I just was not expecting to watch a wrestling program and see two men spitting water at each other like that.
I'm not trying to sound homophobic in the slightest. If that's what you like, by all means, go ahead. But me and Rodney was just very uncomfortable.
I turned around, Mark. I said, "Hey, yo, what's this?"
I was very uncomfortable during that segment, bro.
Christopher Brad said, Andrew, watch Los Lotharios become Dupree's next clients. I still
expect my God, I can see it now, bro. That would be the perfect angle for them.
Oh no. Next, they now bring in the little line.
Next thing you know, they're recruiting Dominic Mysterio.
They got the little line for the winter season. That's El Torito comes dressed in a Santa Claus. That's all I need.
I can see it now, bro.
Walking in.
I can see it now, bro. Hold up. I can see it now. They recruit Dominic Mysterio. He comes out with a shirt that says, "I'm your poppy now."
Smooth. He said he was Tyrone in disgust. Tyrone in disguise.
No, this was bad. This was really bad. I understand they're trying to do something different with these guys and put them on TV and give them an opportunity.
Yo, watch them
for trying.
Yo, watch them become the next fucking undisputed tag team champions. Oh no.
I've been a couple of fashion shows in my day. I've never seen two people pour water on each other during a fashion show. Never. I've never seen that. Not during Fashion Week. Not during the Victoria's Secret swimsuit model edition. Nothing like that. Never seen nothing like that of the sorts. They had the Hoochie Daddy shorts on, pouring water on each other. I don't understand.
And how the fuck did they end up dry at the end?
They dried up so quick. Look.
They put that shit up. They put that stuff that you put on your sneakers if you don't want to get fucking mud and water on their sneakers.
Oh, where the water just runs off.
Oh my god.
Yo, you're gonna
Hoochie Daddy shorts on.
You guys gotta bathe in this before you do this shoot. Okay.
Apparently, it's safe on the skin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they didn't wash off the spray tan.
That's right.
That was some damn good spray tan. Who did the tan? That was excellent.
Yeah.
Kudos to you.
Summer probably in Nashville.
You get a raise.
Sponsored by Beachbody Tanning.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, they probably did.
Moving on to the final match of the main event of the evening. We had Brock Lesnar taking on Roman Reigns in the last man standing match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, where Roman Reigns defeats Brock Lesnar. And I think it's time that I acknowledge our tribal chief. As much as I fucking hated the ending of that match with the bloodline interfering, Theory coming out and everything, but match was solid. Spot of the night was when Brock came out on the tractor. And speaking of the tractor, in WWE Super, there's a game called WWE Supercard, and one of the giants is the tractor.
The fuckery that was this match, bro.
Yo, but I understand how upset you were, Ronnie, on your show.
I can't believe they put the tractor as the giant.
I know
they're so desperate for cards they had to put a tractor in.
I will say, I know on Monday I was listening to your show, Rodney, while I was eating dinner, and I heard you guys were upset about the fact that they didn't put the ring down. But that whole aspect of them putting the ring down would have taken away from the whole spot. It would have been like, I think if you put the ring down,
bro,
who knows if the ring would have, if one part of the ring would have actually stayed up. Like,
what would have had me in absolute tears is when they lifted that ring up. If like Hornswoggle ran out real quick from underneath,
I would have cried. I would have wept.
Or like Wee Man from Jackass.
Oh my god, I would have cried. I'm telling you right, I would have died laughing. Oh man in a cockroach suit, just
or a little boogeyman.
Little boogeyman. Oh lord.
Little gobbledygooker.
Like, my point about the ring, here it is. The idea of that was to throw him out of the ring. Okay, so he accomplished what he wanted to do. Somebody get your ass in the tractor and put the ring down.
And I say it again.
Just drop it. We're not going back in the ring.
Brock's hat stayed in the exact same spot that it was when he dropped it in the ring.
Let me tell you something. That hat's amazing. Hat was the MVP.
The hat
was the MVP. The hat stayed right there. It didn't even move. Well, it wiggled a little bit. It wobbled. But it didn't do nothing. Move. The hat, man. I wonder why JR wear them hats all the time. I'll tell you. Them hats are durable.
Yep. By the way, this match was 23 minutes straight.
Man, I'll tell you.
Hearing something outside my room, and it's like fucking with me.
It's a ghost. See, the thing I loved about this match was the understanding that nothing was going to keep Brock down. Yeah, Roman, you could have speared him 4 times and he would have laid there. Then he would have got right back up, beat the count. So it took everybody, even Austin Theory. It took everybody to take out Brock Lesnar. And that's what Roman needed. Because what else could we do? Because nothing that Roman could do. He tried already. So he was going to need the Usos. He was going to need Theory. He was going to need Heyman to get involved. He was going to need every bit of everyone.
Fucking Smooth just sent me a DM. He goes, "It's Rhonda at your door."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Smooth said fire to the main event. He said that match was amazing, best match of the night. 2 warriors throwing hands, and then Chris Brown says the tractor spot was so fucking stupid. Lesnar is lucky
2-run bomb, Alonzo.
He didn't get hurt rolling out of the ring, but in a way, he knew how to tip it. I know.
Rodney. 4-0.
Oh, I thought you were going 4 life. I was with you. I was like, 4 life?
No, my favorite spot in that match was when Theory was already down and Roman went and hit him with the fucking briefcase just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, that shit was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, he was already dead, and this man just hit him anyway.
Yo, I want to. Yo, could that be the running joke now that he keeps every time he comes to try to cash in?
They just
He just whip his ass to no.
The two competitors, they don't give a damn about their match.
What
They
if
just
they really-
choke Theory. Just beat
Bro.
the hell out of it.
No, but I'm dead. What if they really
that'd be
fucking
funny.
keep that going? What if they
And
really
it's
keep
so
that
mu-
going for the
It's so
whole
Money in
year?
the Bank.
Eventually,
And his-
eventually, it will get him over. Eventually, it will get him over. If
Yeah,
that keeps
what if
happening
they
to him.
just keep that shit going for the whole year? Where whenever he comes out with that briefcase, he gets his ass beat with the briefcase up until he loses his contract.
They're gonna have to get him a new case. That case is beat.
No, see, this is what they do, Rodney, with the briefcases and everything. Last year, when we went to Mania, we were walking around the Access store, Rodney, they had everybody's briefcase, like some people's briefcases that they had. Dolph Ziggler's was beat to shit. Rob Van Dam's was not even touched. I'm trying to think. They had Damian Sandow's briefcase, the nice leather one,
And Dizzy.
but
Mm-hmm.
Vogelback.
Homie?
Oh, by the way, before we finish the show later, I want to give y'all guys a little tour of this room. This room is pretty dope.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but I gotta say though, if Theory gets to beat the shit out of, what happens if his briefcase fucking folds up and it's like he has to walk around with it like a fucking the old school cell phones?
Wait, it's 5-0?
Yeah,
5-0.
Atlanta?
Mets.
No, I'm sorry. I was about to say something to Atlanta. Atlanta?
Oh.
you're walking the dragon.
Get your shit together.
And Smooth said, I would have been so confused.
Oh man, I'm telling you right now, that main event was a lot. It was a lot to process because I know who I wanted to win, but I knew who was going to win. So I know Clash at the Castle. You cannot have Roman Reigns walk into Clash at the Castle without the title. And I know how big Roman and McIntyre would be overseas. That's a big matchup.
And it's his hometown for Drew McIntyre, basically, in the UK.
Yeah, this is big time. So you want your big time superstar, face of the company, well, not face, but poster boy of the company, to go overseas as a champion and to face the hometown kid, who also is well renowned in the company. It's a perfect setup, and I'm looking forward to Clash of the Castle. I think it's gonna be good. I like the theme. I like the dragon. I'm big.
Yeah. Give me Game of Thrones.
By House of Thrones. By Game of Thrones.
Maybe. What time? When's
the
House of Dragon supposed to drop?
God only knows.
Mike, you know this shit. Mike, you know more of this shit than I do. When does House of Dragon come to HBO Max or HBO?
It comes, I think it comes this month, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So they could
end of the month, the 27th. I want to say.
So they could sponsor it because it would be the end. The beginning of September is the Clash of the Castle, so they could have them sponsor it.
August 21st.
That'd be a big sponsor for them.
Yes, it would.
Get eyes on the show and everything. I know it's Peacock,
Absolutely.
but Peacock would honestly understand. It's a HBO Max thing, but literally that's perfect theme.
That'd be a hell of a fucking sponsor for them, honestly.
God only knows.
You know what I just realized? I have popcorn that they gave me, and I'm gonna go make that shit right now.
This man gonna make popcorn. Make sure. Look at this.
Look at this guy. Look at him. Look
He
at him.
hungry.
Look at this guy.
He hungry.
Yo, look at this guy. Look to the guy to here. Look at him.
He
But
hungry.
Mike, how did you like this match?
I liked it a lot. It. Let's just say they might have given us their best match.
Yes.
It delivered on all fronts.
Mhm.
I somewhat agree with Rodney with the ring, but in the end,
Everything worked out.
yeah, it worked out. It also had a cool moment after the camera stopped with him in the corner.
Yes.
It was great, and of course we all thought that
Theory was cashing in.
Of course he had.
What the fuck was up with him bringing a second fucking referee to this?
That's what I didn't understand.
was
You don't have to
confused.
bring a second referee.
He was confused.
He probably was still hurting from the hurt lock.
Herman thought
Popcorn is into my.
that he actually cashed it in. I said, no, the bell never rang. They never announced that he still has the briefcase.
Nobody heard this.
But what's funny is Brock should have waited
Motherfucker, man.
before attacking him.
Yes.
He should have allowed the cash in, then beat the crap out of him.
Oh, that would have been great.
It's
Hold on, I gotta show you guys this fucking meme that Smooth just made of me. Y'all are gonna fucking die.
Okay.
it's like one of those crazy things. Now where do we
I
go
just
from
sent it in the
here?
group.
After does Drew win at Clash?
I think so.
Oh my God.
We don't know. Who
He's an
knows?
asshole, bro.
Exactly, Christopher Brown. The second ref's a 24/7 thing, not a Money in the Bank thing.
He got confused. I'm telling you, he got confused.
He's our truth.
Oh, so this ain't Royal Rumble? No.
But like this is why I said up and down. This card was good. Even the weak match, served a purpose. And you knew the Usos were going to get involved. Now people are trying to say, well, shouldn't the ref have stopped the count when they were continuing to throw things on to Brock
No, he's
Lesnar?
down.
I'm like, he's still down.
It's a no disqualification. You can't be
I'm like,
disqualified.
Well,
so
no.
to
They didn't
stop.
say disqualified. This ain't should the count have stopped and started again from one.
But the only reason why you would stop the count is if you stand up or somebody got involved in a match when you get distracted.
Right.
There's no distraction because you can't disqualify nobody.
Right.
And he didn't get up.
Right.
So it's just logical. He's down by any means necessary in a last man standing match. By any means necessary that your opponent is down, the count must start.
I agree with Christopher Brown. Mike Drew wins a Clash. Then we get Drew and Walter after that. But I don't give the title to Walter. I would give him a little nice run until Royal Rumble, where he loses it to Seth. So we get Cody Seth for Mania in Hollywood.
Oh man, what a moment! You know, don't tell me Walter. Don't do that to me. Don't. Walter Drew or Gunther Drew, really, what a moment that would be for me.
I think they could be giving. I think instead of Shinsuke, I think it's time for the big Irish fella to challenge for the IC title. Because I like to see a Sheamus versus Gunther match than a Shinsuke versus Gunther. But any other thoughts, Mike?
No, they just did a great job, and it continued to Raw. Raw was excellent. I do have some numbers when we get to Raw, ratings wise, that I want to talk about, but that will come when we go to Raw.
Any final thoughts, Rodney, about this match?
No, man. Overall grade for the pay-per-view, I'm giving that pay-per-view an A-. I know the women's title, SmackDown Women's Championship match brought the grade down a little bit, but overall, great pay-per-view. Good way to start a new regime, right? Good leaves you with a good taste in your mouth, and then followed up with another good Raw. So you can't be too upset, right?
Yep.
I thought it was good.
Mark, any thoughts about any final thoughts?
I thought it was good.
So, I also want to. So now SummerSlam is all done and now. Like I commented on Rodney's show, now we're on the road to Survivor Series, their next big pay-per-view. And I can't wait to see the build for that because I felt like last year's build was kind of does NXT get involved this time because now Triple H is head of creative? Do we get NXT 2.0 situation again where they are riding in again and with the roster to attack the SmackDown and Raw roster? But now, moving to Raw, where Rodney, Mike, you have the ratings.
Oh,
Yes, just give me 1 second.
ratings update.
They got 2.23 million viewers.
But there's something big that I want to talk about with it.
Okay.
If this,
The demo?
yeah.
I'm literally
Oh.
watching popcorn pop in the microwave right now.
Don't stay too close. Can't let you get close.
Okay, that didn't work right. Let me see if it pops up now.
What my boy Chael Sonnen said.
There it
Can't
is.
let you get too close.
Okay, so as we see, NXT last week had the 649. Okay. AEW last week got 938,000. This week, what was it this week, Andrew?
This week for AEW was 9,930. No, this is all this week. This is from this past week. Yes, because this week was Dynamite was 938,000.
Okay. Rampage was 375,000. And what do we see at the top? Not SmackDown,
Raw.
but Raw has finally gotten more viewers. Okay, yes, it's from last week to this week, but has gotten a higher number than SmackDown, which has not happened in
a while.
Long time. But yes, 100%, this was the fallout of a great event. And I'm really, really intrigued to see SmackDown's numbers tomorrow, especially if those rumors of Sasha and Naomi are accurate. You could be seeing at a 2.5 or higher.
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely.
But also, yeah. So that's amazing with Raw. Getting those numbers. But as well, did anybody catch, before we go to Monday Night Raw, like in full, did anybody catch Rick's last match pay-per-view?
No, I missed it, man. I was pissed.
I heard the match was a disaster.
I heard otherwise.
No, I heard it was very, very, very slow. And that it was like he was struggling at points, especially at the end. Supposedly, there was a time where he put the figure 4 on, and they counted to 3, right? It wasn't a tap. But at the same time, Ric Flair's shoulders are down on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So it should have been a
Should have been a double. It should have been a draw. it just sounds like a disaster from what I've heard, and of course, the normal Crimson Mask
Yeah.
and everything. I just hope he is
Done now.
done because you know what, to me his last match was I'm sorry I love you.
Yes.
Because that's when it should have ended. That's when he said it was going to end, and then he goes to Impact.
Christopher Brown said Rick's last match was the clusterfuck I was expecting it to be. Andrade and Jarrett carried that fucking match. Laughed my ass off. But, okay. Ronnie, do you have the Woo tweet or the Ric Flair Woo moment? Since we're talking about Ric Flair?
I was actually just looking for it. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, you know what's funny? So today at work we did a team huddle, and we finished with a Ric Flair woo. That was awesome.
Mitch says the show itself was good. That's what I heard. Every match except for the Rick match was actually pretty well. Matt Cardona came in, interrupted the Impact World Title match. Then he got diamond cuttered by DDP. I love.
By the way, sorry to cut you off. While it's in my mind, before I forget, shout out to Chelsea Green and Shawn Spears. Congratulations on their first baby.
Yep.
No, you mean Peyton Royce?
Peyton Royce.
You say Chelsea Green.
Yeah,
Chelsea Green, my bad. I meant Cassie Lee. I totally meant Cassie Lee.
And the funny part is
you said Matt Cardona, so Chelsea Green was on my mind.
The funny part about that is the fact that she she was like releasing those modeling pics, and very, very recent, but those must have been older pics that they took before because she's showing.
She got a baby bump now, yeah.
Yeah, so and some of those pictures of her and McKay are not that old.
Well, I do have the Ric Flair Woo moment of the week.
Go for it, bro.
All right. So, guys, we entered the moment of the show, the Ric Flair moment of the week. And on this particular tweet.
No sound effect for that?
What? You need to hear the sound? Oh, no. Oh, that's a shame. That's unfortunate. But we can still do it. Ric Flair's last tweet, August 3rd, he goes, I never give less than 100%, and I hope I didn't let you guys down. With the emphatic woo at the end. Rick, I hope this was your last match. Please make sure it was, because I don't want to see an old man get tossed around no more inside the wrestling ring. Thank you. We love you. Thanks for everything you've done. We appreciate you. But please, we can't take no more. Okay?
And I need you to go and be Sting's influence to quit.
Okay. Christopher Brandt said, and Andrew, I heard one AEW note that might be worrying to Tony Khan with this HBO Max Discovery merger. They're killing a ton of original programming on CBS and TNT, and there's some concern about Rampage and Dynamite.
Well,
so apparently during the last Rampage, I'm sorry to cut you off, Rob. Apparently during the last Rampage, people got up and walked out.
Yes.
They said it was that bad. But Rob, what were you gonna say?
Yeah,
what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say is that we're at a point where I'm happy you guys brought up AEW, because as much as we see these wrestlers always say, "Oh, this is my last match. Oh, I'm never gonna do it again. Oh, whoa. Everybody's always says that. Rick, I hope this is your last match. Don't let Tony Khan swindle you into going over to AEW. Don't let nobody talk you into doing anything you ain't supposed to be doing. Yep. Please don't. Don't do that to yourself. It's unnecessary. And on top of all of that, what I also want to say is looking at AEW's product, Eric Bischoff made a very, very good point about being competition. And he compared AEW to the mom and pop burger stand on the corner, saying that they're in competition with Arby's.
Yep, I saw that. That was great.
I can't agree with him more, because every time you talk to Tony, and I defended Tony the other day on BTB Live because of the comments that he said. A lot of people felt that he was taking shots and like kind of going after Booker T and Cornette, all these other guys, and basically saying that just because Triple H is taking over, there's no threat to AEW, and he got guys in the contract until 2027 like Adam Cole and Malachi Black, so they're not going anywhere. And he'll grant releases to anybody. Say it again?
There's plenty threat to AEW. And I'm sorry to say it. If Tony, by now, if you have not realized that you're losing ratings, there is a serious problem with you.
And that's the thing that Bischoff was trying to make a point of. You're losing and you're comparing yourself to a juggernaut, but you're not beating this juggernaut, nor are you going head to head with this juggernaut.
And what I said to you guys when the Raw ratings came out is AEW wishes they can get half of that on a consistent basis.
And you saw
they haven't even passed the threshold yet.
Exactly.
As far as that goes, they have never seen even close to 2 million fucking viewers.
But that's what I'm saying.
The company started.
But I'm saying they would hope to have at least half of that, so 1.1, consistently, which they have not had.
Mike, and you saw the people trying to talk crap about WWE lying about the attendance. By the way, folks, they said that there were over 60,000 tickets sold, and there was only 44,000 people in the building. That happens a lot in a lot of events, okay? And comparing it, AEW wins again, the side of the crowd that that WWE won't show you. Look, let me explain something to you. Even if there was 44, which WWE listed as 44,000, even if that number is 100% true, tell me the last time AEW had 44,000 people in the building.
They can't. They're never gonna have 44,000 because.
Tell me the last time AEW damn near sold out a stadium.
You barely can sell out a college arena.
The only time they can sell out a stadium is Arthur Ashe Stadium, and that's the only fucking.
That was a mega event. I'm talking about a regular Dynamite or All Out for them can't burn that hole.
And that was bullshit. That was bullshit because Arthur Ashe Stadium was not that sold out. There was empty seats there.
But if the tickets are, in a way, if the arena, you sell a certain amount of tickets and there's like little empty seats, they still consider a sellout.
Yeah, it's apples and oranges.
No, there was whole rows that were not taken up.
Yeah, but they consider a sellout if it was sold. Some of those tickets could have been bought by people who were trying to resell it from the beginning. Yeah. So they still could call it a sellout. But yes, it's not full capacity.
Yes. Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Mitch, I'm gonna get to that in a second. Because I disagree with all of the rest of the world with that. It's not a shot. Okay. If you listen to the bar and the rap, it's not a shot. It wasn't a shot at Vince McMahon. Okay. It was just saying, or make them retire like Vince did. Vince retired. It is not. It's a fact.
Yeah, but they can't. But they can't keep WWE out their fucking mouths, man. That's the one thing, the aspect that this company got to shut the fuck up about. Because
this is what I'm talking about, Andrew. When somebody is delusional and they think that they're in competition with somebody, you got to constantly bring up that person you think you're in competition with, where you're nowhere close to on his level.
Yep.
You're not on his level. That man's retired and he still drew more than you ever have. Just remember that. The man that's talking about you on his podcast every week still was able to draw than you ever have in 3 years. He did that in 3 years, probably times 2.
Yep.
So you got to understand the rules of engagement here. Tony, you're losing. You're losing it, man.
And I'm going to say this.
You become such a fan instead of a business person.
I'm going to say this. Tony Khan, if you ever felt like Vince McMahon seriously ever gave a fuck about you,
He doesn't.
he really didn't. He didn't even care who you were. You were no competition to him. So stop acting like you're competition to WWE because you're not. And point blank period, and I'm gonna leave it at that. AEW is no competition to WWE, and they will never be competition to WWE. And even more so now that Triple H is in charge of creative and he's in charge of talent relations.
But
That's it. The
but
product is
also-
only going to get better.
It's the internet wrestling community too that's just ensuing this war and wanting a war so bad that they're throwing gasoline on every single thing, hanging on everything a wrestler says from either side, and hanging on every little release, and hanging on every little signing. It is just fueling the Tony Khan machine up.
Mhm.
God,
And
stop.
you have one show who was started by a man who barely knows the business, and then you have another show that is being run by a man who knows every fucking back end corner of this business, like the back of his mind.
I said
So
this
come
on
on,
Monday.
like really, like which show do you really think is gonna do better?
I said this on Monday. Tony's got to get his priorities straight. And you essentially lost your Triple H and your company to the competition. Okay? And on top of that, your priorities are all over the place. You guys out here pushing a video game that does not look anywhere close to No Mercy. As far as I heard, gameplay does not even. I thought that was the whole idea of this, was supposed to replicate the No Mercy feel. No.
And fucking mini games to it.
No,
Fucking that me.
I saw Adam Cole swinging a baseball bat.
I
What
saw-
is happening? Is this? I didn't know I was playing NFL Street. Is this Pro Wrestling Street? Please, look. I'm all for trying new things. For God's sakes, I bought that terrible 2K game that gave me the free John Cena cards in it for Supercard. But I bought it and I played it. The game was terrible.
You
That
know,
damn
I got it for
Battleground.
free. I got it for free. It was
It
it was a PS Plus game, wasn't it?
Throw it
Yeah.
on the Xbox.
But I had to physically buy it in order to get. It was horrible, but I sat through it. I gave it a chance. It's a fun game for kids. If kids will enjoy it, not a grown man. Grown man won't enjoy this game. But I'm starting to look at this AEW game and say, hey, I don't know if a grown man's going to enjoy this game. But that's where your priorities are. A video game. How about getting your priorities straight with the booking, your wrestling? Get your priorities straight backstage. What's going on with the personnel? Your priorities straight with everything else. Stop worrying about everybody else. You know, that's what I want him to start to focus on.
Yes, and also Christopher Branson and Mark, AEW just started expanding their talent relations department this fucking week.
Yeah,
And they-
but
Madison Rain,
that doesn't mean that it's gonna get any better.
Nope. And
Sunday
he,
Dutt, Madison Rain, those are good additions. But what are they going to do?
Because yes, you
Well-
can expand talent relations as much as you want, Chris. But at the end of the day, you have no creative booking. It's the same fucking shit every single week.
And-
A la the Vince McMahon regime.
and I will say this also, Tony, if you had to bring up how many years are left on fucking Adam Cole's contract and Malachi Black's contract, and they seem to be fucking miserable, and they ask for their fucking release, are you going to
That
grant
shows
it?
that you're
Release
intimidated.
them.
Well, according to him, though, certain people will be granted their release if they ask. According to his quote, it was his quote. I'm only quoting the man. So before he said he doesn't do that, he doesn't release people, he'll let their contract just run out. Now he's saying whoever wants to be granted release. Look, Tony, what do you want me to say?
If Triple H is in texting Adam Cole and be like, how do you like it there?
Put it this way. And I'm gonna say this. If Adam Cole was offered to go back to WWE tomorrow,
He would.
he probably would. And if they brought the UE back, I wouldn't even be mad. If they brought the whole fucking Undisputed Era back to WWE, bro, you know what that would do for WWE ratings?
Well, remember, Mark, you make a very good point. All it takes is one.
All it takes is one, and the rest will follow.
Yeah, all it takes is one big name to head over and say,
Well,
"Man, I love
that's
you."
why, and that's what they said with Cody. Cody is going to. They said there's already people.
Mm-hmm.
There's no names given, but there has been reports. There are already people in AEW that say they want to go.
Yeah, I'm not re up. They're like re-up coming for some of these guys who gonna listen. They just had a round of people that they would just announce that may get cut. Sometimes one man's garbage is another man's trash. Like, so at this point in time, you have to look at what you have. AEW has a lot of talent, but a lot of it they're not doing anything with when they have a lot of outlets. Still have a lot of outlets, but you don't got enough time.
Ronnie, so, what if Jade Cargill loses the TBS title and goes to WWE and we finally get our dream match?
Look, man. Jade need to get, like I said, Jade's still green. She need a lot of work, man. I saw it the other night. It was so difficult to watch.
I didn't even watch. I barely watched AEW last night. I couldn't keep my eyes open for it. It was so whack, dude.
AEW last night. One thing I would tell you, Thunder Rosa, shout out to you for being petty. Shout out to you for being petty. I love it. I love it. Love the show.
What happened? I missed the whole shot.
She was like sandbagging matches since 2006 or something like that. But she took a stab at people saying that she was sandbagging people. But it was a cool shirt. At the end of the day, AEW, Tony Khan, focus on your product. Triple H is focused on the product that he has out in front of him. He's going to try to give us something that we haven't seen before in WWE. Let him try. At this point, I'm desperate. I'm desperate for the WWE. I'm desperate for that company. I think anything better than what we were getting is going to be better. So Triple H really can't fail right now. He can't. He literally is going to do something, tries to throw things against the wall to see what sticks. And if we catch on as fans and we love it, he's going to roll with it because he can't lose. He's playing with house money essentially. Tony Khan, on the other hand, if you want to compare yourself all the time, you're not playing with house money anymore. The excuse of we're a new company, we're trying to get off the ground. Okay, while we're rolling into what is this, year 4? Full year 4? We're rolling into full year 4. Where are you? I said my final evaluation, I cannot give the AEW until the end of year 5. I said that 3 years ago when they were created. At the end of year 5, I'll give you a full evaluation of where they are and if they can withstand the next 5 years. I got some people telling me they don't see them lasting the next 5 years at all. This is all going to fall apart.
I don't see them even lasting the next 2 years, to be honest.
5-3.
I'll give AEW.
Drew, what say you?
I'll give the AEW one more round of 5 years. But can you keep up?
I don't think so.
In the wrestling business, you're in the same business as the WWE. Like Bishop said, you are in the same business. That doesn't mean you're competition. Okay, you're not going up against them. We're not talking. I'm not going to have this argument over 30 minutes. So you beat them.
You're
for 30
not a
minutes.
threat to them at all.
Triple H is not worried about you, man.
No,
he really isn't.
At all.
Because he's going to let the action and what he does speak for himself. His creative team speak for himself. They're changing the culture in that company. And seeing once again another guy, CM Punk. Listen, Punk, let me explain something to you too. You are one of the most bitter people in the world. Can you guys stop putting a microphone in front of his face and expecting him to say anything different? He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it there. So what do you think he's going to say something positive about them? No. Every time he gets a microphone in front of his face, he has something negative to say about them. So why do you guys keep going to him for sound bites, expecting something different? There's nothing good to say.
But all due respect to Punk, if he comes back, I don't think he should come back to AEW. I honestly think he should go to Impact.
look, he's gonna go back to AEW because he loves it there. This is his dream wrestling company.
Yo, I could do it. I could do hard star wrestling. I could do my old roots, but
look, that's what you want, buddy. Knock yourself out. Once Tony, you're not competition at WWE. Stop it. Stop it. And fans, stop validating this. This is terrible. Stop fueling this man.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
and
Just like I said, I don't see that company lasting much longer. And it's crazy for me to say that because I fucking loved AEW at one point. I loved it when it first came out. I thought it was new. I thought it was refreshing. But now I'm starting to see it's just another shit product. It's the same shit every week now. It fell apart so fast.
How much
Look,
on the
I'm
bet?
trying in my head, Rodney, and I've been trying to figure it out for a long time. And me and you have really been trying to figure this out for a long time. Where did it fall apart?
it fell
don't know.
apart 2 years ago, a year ago.
Nope.
But why?
I think you reached your apex when you got Punk, when you got Bryan, when you got Adam Cole. You reached an apex where you're like, man, I got three of the top guys that everybody dreamed of being in a professional wrestling company.
And you didn't need that many big names.
That could be debated.
You could have worked with two.
That could have been debated, and also they do have one of the top, in my opinion, one of the top wrestlers of today. So you got to that's where the priority word comes into play. Who are you playing to? The stories don't make sense. The promos don't make sense. Like the promos are all over the place.
Honestly,
they're not relatable to me.
You know what I was thinking, Rod, the other day? I was really thinking that I really think that AEW fell apart after Mr. Brody Lee passed away. That's when that was an era that I really started to see AEW crumble.
I'll give it a little bit more after that.
Because we started to see the whole Dark Order dismantle itself.
Here's a thought.
Go ahead.
Could have fell apart. The decline could have started to happen once Cody was in that contract dispute.
Yes.
Because the culture changed. Everything changed.
I remember that.
One of the leaders of the company is now in a tizzy with the owner of the company.
You're not gonna give the ex-WWE guys more money than I am. I fucking deserve it. Like MJF right now. Literally, Christopher Brad, and
hold on. We don't know if this MJF thing is. We still don't know.
But he said
he's gone MIA. But we don't know.
Christopher Brad said, and he started shunning his homegrown talent. Mark, MJF hasn't been seen for 3 months since he ripped Khan a new ass.
Is that too much light?
So,
too much light? Oh,
it's good.
All right, cool.
Like, and look, I don't want to go out there to go on a limb and say, hey, like MJF, we don't know yet. Because I have a feeling the work is coming. The big payoff is we're almost there. All Out is right around the corner. That's when I think the big.
Or Rodney, is it going to be a year long? Like always with them.
It's kind of silly to do it a year long. That's too long.
In a company like this, you cannot build a wrestler a year or two to end up winning a world title, a la Adam Page, because that was a really long time booking. Meanwhile, he should have been a champion a long time ago.
You missed the boat. You had the opportunity. You missed.
Also,
okay. So and as far as AEW goes, and I'm going to leave it at this. I'll close with this. I think it's going to really take AEW to wake up when they really start, like me and Rodney said, like they really start losing superstars. They lost Cody already. The minute other superstars start walking out, that's got to be AEW's wake up call. Because like now you gotta completely reassess your company and say, okay, what the fuck are we doing wrong? And then at that point, Tony, if you don't realize that your company is failing, then I'm sorry to say your company's not gonna last at all.
And I don't want. It's not a drastic decline, But in a way, I see.
It's
I
a
feel
very
it.
nice little slowly pump.
I do feel it slipping a little bit. And
It's trickling, bro, very slowly.
The number is starting to fluctuate, and sometimes it was a little consistent, but now it's starting to fluctuate again. Maybe because people are getting tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. I can bet money right now in the month of September you will get a death match. At some point in September, there will be a death match.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Think of this.
It's guaranteed.
Rodney, they just announced, okay, that they're doing another
Lights Out match?
Battle of the Belts.
Oh.
After this week, they're doing one
in October. Yeah, they're doing one in a couple weeks. They're doing another one in October.
The first Battle of the Belts was a failure. Emotional damage.
But
Battle of the Belts.
It's
the first Battle of the Belts was fucking hard, bro. It was one of the worst pay-per-views I've ever seen in my life.
We got somebody running around being called the interim champion. That's where I started to say, golly, man. The champion he vacated. The title was vacated. In my opinion, the title was vacated. He's not here. He's hurt long term. It's gotta go. Your champion is John Moxley.
I'm gonna compare Battle of the Belts to being as shit as the Punjabi prison match.
Oh my God.
Which
one though?
I don't remember. How many were there? I don't even remember.
The shit one was the Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal one.
Yes. Okay.
I honestly liked the Undertaker versus Mark Henry match.
That one was good.
That was
Undertaker. Then that him versus Batista was pretty good.
That was also good.
But I will say this. My final thoughts about AEW before we go to Monday Night Raw, because we got
about 12 minutes, 13 minutes
to go. AEW, get your shit together.
Yep. And then we're going to leave it at that.
That's my final thoughts, and I'll maybe hop in on Monday, talk more about AEW.
Absolutely, bro.
But moving on to Monday Night Raw, we open up the show with Becky Lynch talking about her separated shoulder, and Bianca Belair showed mutual respect between each other. Afterwards, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky viciously attacked Becky Lynch. Mm-hmm. And then finally, we get some type of mid-card fucking build-up. We start off with.
Run through me the first hour. I'm gonna stay off for like the first hour because I missed the whole first hour of Raw.
Okay. So we have a triple threat match between AJ Styles, Mustafa Ali, and The Miz to move one step closer to U.S. title opportunity. AJ Styles ends up winning the first triple threat match after a crazy 450 splash into a Styles clash onto The Miz, where AJ Styles wins, and he will be facing a competitor later on tonight. Seth freaking Rollins mocked Riddle's injury, and then both Profits emerged to challenge the Visionary to a one-on-one match, where they kind of teased the little split between the Profits doing a rock paper scissors, and then Montez running down
That's what I heard about.
Montez running down to the ring, and Seth Rollins defeats Montez Ford. And then we have a singles match between Alexa Bliss and Asuka that gets interrupted by Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. And Bianca Belair says, I want one of you women later on tonight, and Io Sky steps up. The next match, we have the other triple threat match to earn the right to face AJ Styles for the U.S. title, for a future U.S. title opportunity, where Ciampa defeated Dolph Ziggler and Chad Gable.
Okay, yeah.
So later on the night,
like the second hour.
Later on the night, we had Ciampa versus AJ Styles. Then we get a returning Edge to vow to end the Judgment Day.
That was
And
a good
then
promo.
Bianca Belair versus Io Sky match ended in a big brawl between Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka brawling with Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, the number one contendership for the United States Championship. Ciampa defeats AJ Styles with some help from The Miz. So next week we got The Miz. We got Ciampa taking on Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship. And then we have the main event of the night. The Usos defending their undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships against the Mysterios, where the Usos retained. And then after the match, Judgment Day comes out and attacks Rey and Dominic. And Edge makes the save, but he goes to spear Finn Balor, but Rhea Ripley pushes Dominic in front of Finn Balor, so Dominic Mysterio takes the spear from Edge. So that ended Monday Night Raw this week. And a little NXT note, since I think Toxic Attraction lost their Fatal 4-Way Elimination match, maybe we could see a Gigi Dolan, JC Jane call-up maybe tomorrow. Maybe cool. They come out to attack Liv Morgan with Mandy Rose maybe, or somebody, and Naomi and Sasha make the save.
That'd be very cool.
But I'm going to see what they have on the website for the SmackDown preview for tomorrow.
I definitely did enjoy that Edge promo, surprisingly. I thought that was really good.
And he also came back out to Metalingus. So the old Edge is back.
The old Edge is back.
But I like the other side. That song is actually pretty dope by Alter Bridge.
Yeah, it's not bad. And there's also rumors that Ciampa is supposed to be getting his old team back.
Yeah, and also he's supposed to get his old roots back, apparently, too.
Are they going to call him Tommaso Ciampa now?
I hope so.
Are we going back to two names?
I hope they can go back to two names, because it's that one name thing was a Vince thing.
Well, it's not a matter of hoping. Of course they can fucking do it. It was just a Vince thing. Now that Vince has no fucking say in it anymore.
And there on the website, there's no whatchamacallit, preview for SmackDown. And Christopher Brown says there was one thing about Edge, the promo that bugs shit out of me. Now it's being said Beth Phoenix will be returning at some point to confront Rhea Ripley as part of the storyline. What's bothering me the most about this is who will partner with Edge to help him deal with Finn Balor, Ciampa, and Priest. Rey Mysterio. Easy set point. You have Rey Mysterio and Finn Balor are basically two cruiserweights in the right mind. You have Edge and Damian Priest, two heavyweights, and then you have Beth and Rhea, the two women in this situation. So that's what I think might happen at Clash of the Castle if Rhea Ripley isn't getting a title shot.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the Judgment Day taking on Edge, Rey, and Beth at Clash, I think.
That'd be cool.
Mark, do you want to show us the tour of your little hotel room?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, guys. Hold on. Let me just disconnect from the charger real quick. Is there a way to flip my camera?
I think so.
I think if I go in the settings, hold on, let me just turn the lights on. It's a little dark in here. Camera, back camera. Okay, I got it. All right, so this is the kitchen. Rod, if you're paying attention. So I got my fridge here. It's a nice little fridge. Actually, it's just got mad fucking space in it. Look at all the space that I got in this fucking fridge, dude. That's crazy. Then they gave me, I got a stove, a microwave, got the sink. Actually, I got a dishwasher in this bitch.
Nice.
Then over here we got the computer area. I didn't bring my laptop, so it's really kind of useless unless I'm doing the podcast. Got the living room. I got a nice little what do they call that? I forgot what they call that thing.
Ottoman. Oh, that's the ottoman.
These are like ottoman stools,
Maybe the
but I
end
got
couch.
this like little like
End
longer
couch?
part of the couch. Yeah, something like that. I got one TV here. We got the little bar area over here with the chairs. Got a nice big fucking king size bed. I got another TV in my room. We got the little stand up mirror over there, and then the bathroom's pretty nice. Sink, mirror.
Nice. Is that
got
the
nice
shower?
fucking- yeah, we got the nice little toilet. Toilet's got ample ballroom. Come in, we got the closet. Nice big spacious closet. Got the ironing board. They gave me extra pillows and blankets and stuff. And they also give me a laundry basket for when I go do laundry. And then, yes, Andrew, that is the shower. Unfortunately, I do not have a bath. I only have a shower, and this is the stupidest fucking built shower. I hate it, absolutely fucking hate it. Because the water goes from here all the way back here, and then if you look, there's the tiniest little lip on the floor right there, and the water always overflows. So yeah. So that's my room.
That's a
Pretty
nice
cool.
room.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I'm actually pretty happy with it. There are nicer rooms in this hotel. This hotel is actually very nice, surprisingly. But yeah, then we got the hold on, we got the camera front, back. So we got the what's the separation? Outside right here. The next day there's another hotel across the street. The sun's about to set. And yeah, little parking lot. The parking lot actually is very big in this place. It goes from here all the way back that way.
Nice. Is there one of your rental cars there?
Yeah, my rental car is like right over there in the front. It's not any one of these on that you see on over here. It's further down towards the end, but
what did they give you?
I actually got. They gave me a Honda HR-V.
That's nice.
Which I really like, actually. I might actually consider buying one when I come back to New York.
Nice.
But yeah, I like it, man. It's comfortable, you know, for being down here fucking 13 days. You know, I can't really complain. And they actually gave me, hold on, one more thing I want to show you before we log out. So I got coffee maker. I actually have dishes. And if I want to make fucking pasta, I can make pasta. I don't know if there's anything in this cabinet. Oh, looky here. I got creamer. I actually do have creamer. I thought they didn't give me coffee creamer. Okay. How ghetto is this? They gave me salt and pepper shakers with fucking packets of pepper and salt in them. I didn't realize that. I never looked in that cabinet before.
That's
I got a cutting board over here. Got paper towels. They gave me some washcloths and stuff over here. Nothing in that cabinet. Nothing in that cabinet. Nothing up there. Yeah, I mean it's pretty much it, dude. Yeah. So like if I ever wanna actually like cook, I have pots and pans and shit. I can cook on here. But I can't make the temperature too high because it'll set the fucking sprinklers off and shit.
Yeah.
So the room doesn't ventilate very well.
I just came across something. Chris Brown said I just came across something interesting to read. The Fat Rollers is actually defending Vince. Paul Heyman says anyone celebrating Vince McMahon's retirement is a fool. Okay. I'll read that article later.
I'm gonna say this. Listen, man. For what it's worth, you know, Mr. McMahon took over the company after his father. He gave me some of the best years in wrestling. You know, there was a lot of shit years in wrestling. I will give it that. But I wouldn't say he completely fucked the company up because he left it in a good standing point for Stephanie and Triple H to pick up.
Yep.
So I'll leave it at that.
Yep. And with that being said, This was an excellent episode of Beyond the Barricade presents Andrew's Hot Takes. Thank you all for listening. To Mitch, to Christopher Brown, to Smooth, to let me see if I missed anybody else. Nope, nobody else. I really didn't. Nobody
No
else.
Jessica Hoffman?
No, Jessica Hoffman today. That's very weird.
Really?
What?
Wow, that is very weird.
I gotta say thank you to my
She's
co-host.
okay.
Gotta say thank you to my co-host Michael Iceberg Steinberg, Mark L. Ray Mysterio, Rodney Harris, our co-host / producer of the show. I wouldn't be here if it was without Rodney and the BTB family, but I love you all, and we'll catch Chris, Mark, and Rodney Monday 6 to 8 on BTB Live as they go over NXT and AEW, Dynamite / Rampage.
With a possible special feature from Mr. Andrew Kratzer himself.
Possible feature for me. And catch us next week here live from 7 to 9 for Andrew's Hot Takes. Everybody, please be safe this weekend. Enjoy yourselves. And I will talk to you next week. Peace.